Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now guys. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Everything is clear? Great guys, awesome. Good evening everyone, good evening. How are you guys? Good evening, everyone. How are you guys? Is everybody fine? Is everybody great? Please let me know. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, guys. Okay. So, how was your today's day, guys? How was today's day? Okay. Did you had a productive day? Did you guys started creating your own timetables and started to pay a little bit more attention to your studies? A little bit more towards data structures and algorithms, a little bit more towards your interview preparation, right? So, see, if you are in a college right now, you went to the college to get a job. At the end of the day, that was your aim, right? Nobody goes to college just to study, because we also know that nothing happens in college. Whatever you study in your college is of no help to you. First of all, whatever the professors teach, you don't study that. Second of all, whatever the professors teach, we don't learn anything right over here. That is not going to be helpful for us at any particular point of time in our lives. So to prepare for these jobs, to prepare for getting into IT, to get a good ping, see, there are multiple fields out there. There is chemical, mechanical, there is BBA, BCA, MCA, all these different fields that are out there. But the highest salaries that are given to as a fresher are to the IT peeps. Okay, are to the IT guys itself. That is those guys who go into tech. Now, one of the misconceptions that is out there is that I need to know IT, I need to study CSC or IT to get into these backgrounds itself. They get into like as a data analyst or a data scientist or as a full stack engineer. That is just false, guys. For example, at DevTown, we have placed more than 6,000 students up till now with an average placement of 17 lakhs per annum. 6,000 students, and I can get guarantee you that guys that none of the tech companies actually look that you need to be from CSC or you need to be from IT. It is just not the case. We have got students from civil, chemical, mechanical, electronics, ECE, from BCA, MCA, from commerce background, from teaching background, from backgrounds like metallurgy, maritime engineering, merchant navy. They have got students from all these backgrounds into companies like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Goldman Sachs, Cisco. So you need to make sure that if your aim is to get into such big companies itself and you want to earn a lot, you want to get a good salary as a fresher, you should start learning right now itself, guys. You should start preparing for it right now. Make a timetable, fix up your time, schedule your time, optimize your time, start spending less amount of time with your friends. At the end of the day, they are not the ones that are going to help you, right? You have to start working on your own knowledge, on developing your skills, on getting good projects. Start working upon data structures and algorithms, competitive programming. You have to do that, guys. There's no other way of getting a good job except hard work. None of the peeps around the entire world is born with the knowledge of programming. Nobody does that. Everybody learns it. Everybody works hard. And if you are like trying to run away from working hard, then you can't do anything. Are you guys able to understand it? Please do let me know. The only answer, sir, I don't know programming, sir, I don't know this, sir, how can I get a job in Google knowing this? All this is just shit. If you want to get a good job, you have to work hard. There's no shortcut to it. Yes, you can have a defined path. Okay, study this, study that, learn this, learn that, and then yes, you will get a guaranteed job itself. But that path, even if it is a guaranteed path, it is going to be a tough path. It is not going to be an easy path itself. You have to be consistent with programming. It is the consistency that gets you the knowledge that you want. coding on a daily basis, programming on a daily basis, learning on a daily basis, guys. And one more thing, just so that you guys understand it, programming is not at all tough. It is not at all hard. When I was in 11th, 12th, I hated coding like anything. I hated programming like anything. The reason for that is I didn't give it enough time. You find something hard. See, it is not as if a physical attribute, right? That I can't swim like a fish. Yes, I can't swim like a fish. I don't have gills. I don't have the physical attribute that a fish has. So it's not about having the same physical attributes. Programming is just about consistency and hard work. The more that you practice, the more time that you give to it, the better you would be at it. It's as simple as that. If you tell that I studied Python for 7 days for like 30 minutes every day and now I need to be great at Python, you are highly mistaken, guys. Highly mistaken. You have to spend time like in years to get a job, not 7 days. You have to learn data structures and algorithms. First of all, anybody who wants to become a software engineer, full stack engineer, data analyst, data scientist, cyber security engineer, if you want to get into IT, you have to learn data structures and algorithms and competitive programming. Without that, you can't get a job. I'm being very frank with you guys right now. Okay? I'm being very frank with you guys right now. This boot camp that we are organizing, this is like an eye opener for you guys. Okay? Just learning this boot camp isn't going to be enough to get a job. It is not. Like, can you really think somebody just learning for 7 days in his entire world and is getting a job like that? If there is something like that, then DevTown, I think so, would be worldwide famous itself, right? It is not like that. It is the consistency every single day. That is the culture we want to inculcate into you, that you have a force of habit of studying every single day. That is what we are trying to make you guys, putting you guys right over here, guys. Okay, you have to work hard. There is no other way of going through it, guys. No other way. Okay, secondly, just learning a programming language is not going to get you any jobs. If you tell me that I know 20 programming language, I can give you it in written that you will not get any jobs. I can give you it in written itself that you will not get any jobs. I know 50 programming language in written, no jobs. You have to focus in a well channelized manner itself. You have to focus upon data structures and algorithms and competitive programming. You have to focus upon projects. Think about these boot camps as an eye opener for you guys, that I don't know anything about front end web development with React. Let us attend a boot camp. Let us try to understand what it is, how to use it, how to create a small project in it. Okay, now I understand the basics. I understand how to study, what to study. Now I'm going to go and dive deep into front end web development with React. That is what you have to do right now, guys. Sir, internship and experience कितने जरूरी हैं बता दो for job. Internships are very important, guys. In any company, there are three things that they will be looking forward to: knowledge, skills, and experience. These are the three things that companies will be looking out for from your end. Knowledge in the terms of the programming languages that you know, the technologies that you know. Do you really know them? What is the knowledge? For example, the questions that I'm throwing you guys, that okay, this type of question might be asked in your interviews. This is a question that is being asked in your interviews right now. These are questions that test your knowledge about the topic. Okay. Second are your skill sets. That is the projects that you guys are making. What are those projects? What level are those projects at? Is it very common, like everybody is doing the same project? Is it a unique project? It has unique implementations of it as well. That is the second thing, skill set. Okay. And the last one is your experience. Have you done any kind of trainings? Have you done any kind of industrial training or any internship that you have done, or any volunteer experience that you are having, any hackathons that you have participated in? So these are the things that companies are looking forward to from your end. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. I will see. I'm able to see a lot of you guys are having a lot of questions and queries about the same. So let us do one thing. Let's not waste any time right now. Tomorrow, I will organize a career counseling session for you guys. Okay, wherein you guys can throw the questions at me. and I will try my level best to answer those questions in the best way possible to guide you guys in a proper direction as well. So get your questions ready for tomorrow. I will help you guys out with the same. Please see, there is no fear of coding. You fear only those things in which you are running away from it. I had the fear of data structures and algorithms. I was terrified out of it. I spent 3 months doing nothing else but data structures and algorithms for 4 hours every single day. 3 months, 4 hours every single day, just doing DSA and nothing else. Even for 1 month, I was not able to solve a single question on my own. But in the second month, I solved 2 questions on the very first day. That increased my key. Okay, I can do it. So that is how you have to work out. You don't see those people who are going to gym. One day going to gym, then coming back, they are not like some sebum or something. Like they are not having like 6 and 8 packs or some shit. They work out every single day. They don't burn themselves up. They will work out 5 days a week. Okay. They will work out 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the night itself. They'll divide their time. That is how they are able to build their body properly. The same goes on with mind as well. Okay. Okay. So whatever the case is, guys, tomorrow we'll have a career counseling session for you guys. Whatever questions that you guys are having, whatever queries that you guys are having, I will do my best to answer those questions and queries for you guys extremely well. Okay, do not worry about it. But please do listen to others' questions, my answers as well, because some of the answers will be answering your answers as well. If you are listening to me carefully, your answer will automatically get answered. Question will get automatically answered. Okay, let's start with our today's class, guys. Just a quick revision. What have we studied in yesterday's class? Could you guys let me know? Just a quick question, guys. What have we studied in our yesterday's class? Could you guys let me know? In the meanwhile, we studied about CSS basics, classes, IDs, inline CSS, internal CSS, external CSS. Amazing, man. You guys did it. Classes and IDs, were you guys? I gave you an assignment as well. Did you guys do the assignment today, or you guys again forgot about the assignment? Please let me know. Did you guys do the assignment or not, guys? Please let me know. Did you guys complete the assignment, or did you guys forget about it? What was the assignment, guys? What was the assignment? Let me know. What was the assignment, guys? What was the assignment? Guys, to revise everything that we have learned yesterday, right? Do you guys do that? Good. See, revision is very important, guys. If you are not revising and coming to the class, then again, all your time is getting wasted in the class. I will be very frank with it. Okay, will be very frank with it. Your time is getting wasted. I think so. It will be better if you're opening up a LinkedIn or a Netflix series and watching that. Okay. So I put up the first attendance for today in the live chat. I want you guys to fill up the first attendance for today, guys. The second attendance I'll be taking up in the middle of the class itself, just to make sure that the students who are not coming to the class on time are not able to get their attendance. So this is the first attendance of their class, guys. There will be one more attendance I'll be giving you guys in the middle of the class. Please start filling up the attendance. The attendance thing will be closed exactly at 7:49, guys. The attendance link will be closed exactly at 7:49. I provided the attendance link in the live chat itself. Please do start filling up the attendance link. Set an alarm for 7:49. Done. Okay. What does shorten URL actually do, by the way? So it basically shortens the URL. So URL is basically www.google.com. That is the URL that you are typing. Okay. So initially the Google form URL is very huge. Okay. So to make sure that it is shorter, easy to copy, paste to various sources, legible as well, you usually just shorten the URL. Revise yesterday's topic. That was your assignment. Okay, Himrendra. So many people are asking, sir, revise yesterday's topic. Guys, it is your assignment to revise it and then come to the class. If your assignment also I have to do, then what is the point of you being in the class? I will not be revising anything. I've already told you guys to revise and come to the class. That was the only assignment I gave you guys. If you're not able to do that, I am very frankly, I fail to see the reason why you're still in the class itself. Okay. So what is hyperlink? So hyperlink is basically your link from one page to another. When you see Google written somewhere, you click on it and it takes you to some other page. And think about it as taking you to that hyperlink itself. Okay, taking you to google.com. That is the hyperlink right over there. In past classes, only one attendance were taken, right? Just confirming. Sorry to disturb. Yes, but today we'll be having two attendances itself. Okay. So how to contact you, guys? You can contact me via the LinkedIn ID or the YouTube ID or the Instagram ID. Both of them are down in the description of the video itself. Link is not working. Vineet, if after 4 days you're not able to understand how the link works, then I guess I'm very ashamed that I was not able to teach you in a proper direction itself. Okay. But yeah, the link is working absolutely fine. Boot camps on C++, we'll definitely have that in the future as well. Do not worry about it. Okay. So want to do internship, then learn, get something. Okay. Have the expertise to get an internship itself. Then is DSA with Python good? No. Go with C++ or Java. No, it's not working. Deepak Chauhan, please guys, okay. So Deepak, just to let you know that 1,700 people have already filled up the attendance. So either they are fools that their link was working, or either you think me as a fool itself. Okay. CP versus open source, which one is better? Of course, CP. Open source is into projects, not in computer programming. Okay. The difference between a tag and an attribute, please answer to this question. A tag is basically, for example, you are having a image tag, an img tag. An attribute is some of the properties associated with that tag. For example, the src property, the alt property. These are the attributes of a tag. So an attribute cannot have a tag, but a tag can have an attribute. You can think about it in such a way. For those guys who want to contact me, who want to talk to me, they can reach out to me on LinkedIn or on Instagram. Both my LinkedIn as well as my Instagram ID is present down in the description of the video itself. Sir, I'm so confused to start on which programming language, Python or C++. Can you help in this? See, parallelly, you have to do, see, to get placements, actually, you have to study only two programming languages. One for data structures and algorithms, and the other one for your projects. So for DSA, choose between C++ and Java. And for your projects, if you want to go into data science, take up Python. If you want to go into full stack development, you want to become a web developer, take up JavaScript, and so on and so forth. Okay. We'll be answering all of these questions tomorrow, guys. Do not worry about it. Okay. We'll be answering all of these questions tomorrow for you guys. You don't have to worry about it, guys. So can you take a boot camps on data structures on C? Not at all. I will always suggest guys, never ever do data structures and algorithms in C. Okay, you can do it in C or C plus. Sorry, you can do it in C++ or Java, but never in C, guys. Never ever should you do data structures and algorithms in C. Okay, so let us start with our today's class, guys. Let us start with our today's class. Okay, so yesterday we have done a lot of different things to learning about IDs, learning about classes. Today our aim is to go a little bit further beyond that and learn about measurements in CSS. Okay, so for example, in your daily life you measure stuff, right? For example, from Delhi to Bangalore, the distance is like somewhere around 3,000 kilometers. This bottle right over here is like 30 centimeters in length. So you use various units of measurement to measure stuff all around you, right? For example, you will use inches, millimeters, centimeters, kilometers, feet, yards, all these different units of measurements you are using in your daily life, right? While creating a website as well, while you're creating a website, you need to use various different measurements of units at that particular point of time as well, guys. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Good. So for that particular reason itself, we are going to learn some of the measurements of units that are there in web development as well. Let us first start out with the basics. Okay, let's not make ourselves stretch further. Let's first try to understand what are the two types of units of measurement inside of web development itself, guys. Okay, that is your absolute and relative measurement of units. Okay, these are the two units of measurements that are there, guys. Absolute unit of measurements and relative unit of measurements, guys. Now, what do I mean by absolute unit of measurement? Let us think about it in such a way that, guys, I'm having a road right over here. I'm having a road right over here, guys. Okay, so in this road itself, if I'm saying that, okay, let's have a cycle. Okay, this road is 8 meters wide, guys. Okay, if I say that this road is exactly 8 meters wide, so no matter if a truck is going on this particular road, no matter if a car is going on this particular road, no matter if a bike is going on this particular road or a cycle, the width of the road is always fixed, right, guys? The width of the road is always fixed. That is, it is absolute. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know, guys. The width of the road is always the same. That is, it is fixed. It is always absolute. Okay, that is 8 meters. So these type of units of measurement, wherein the like size is becomes fixed at all times, no matter what is happening, is called as an absolute measurement of units, guys. Okay. Then the second is a relative unit of measurement. If I say that the width of this particular road is equal to 2 times the width of the vehicle going on this particular road. Okay, the width of this particular road is 2 times the width of the vehicle traveling on this particular road. Then, for example, if it is a truck, then the width of the road is 2 times the width of the truck. That is a very big road. If I'm saying that the vehicle moving on this particular road is a cycle, then the width of the road is 2 times the width of a cycle. It is a very thin road. Are you guys able to understand it? Right now, my width of the road is relative to the width of the vehicle moving on top of it. It is not fixed. It is not fixed, guys. It is relative to the vehicle moving on top of it, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Yes. So that is called as a relative unit of measurement. Inside of absolute minute measurement of unit, you are having millimeter, you are having centimeter, you are having inches and pixels. I'm not going to deal with millimeter, centimeter and inches because I know that you guys already know what is a millimeter, what is a centimeter, what is an inch. We are going to learn about pixels in this particular video. Okay. And then inside of relative units of measurement, we are having percentages, we are having EM, we are having VW and VH. We're going to learn about these measurement of units, guys. What are these? How to use it? Okay, all these things itself. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know, guys. This is what we are going to study in this particular video, guys. So let us start off with the at most basic pixels. And let's first try to understand what is a pixel. Let us go back to our website itself, guys. Back. Pages. Pixel on a screen. So okay, I just wrote pixel. Okay, so any time when you sit very closely to your TV itself or to your mobile phone itself or to your laptop itself, you might have seen such type of like squares on your screen, guys. Am I right or wrong, guys? If you have ever sat very close to the screen of your television or the screen of your laptop, even now as well, if you get very close, you should be able to see small rectangles on your screen itself, right, guys? These rectangles itself are nothing else but a pixel. Each of these rectangles are nothing else but pixels. Any display that you guys are using, whether it be your phone, tablet, your Apple Watch, your desktop, your TV, your billboards, all those are basically screens. Okay, and each of these screens are made only using these pixels itself, guys. Only these pixels itself. So let's do one thing. Let us see how this pixels looks like under a microscope. This is how a pixel looks like in under a microscope. These are different types of pixels that exist, but in each of these pixels itself, you are able to spot that every rectangle contains 3 LEDs inside of it. That is a red, green, and blue rectangle. Are you guys able to see? Every rectangle contains 3 LEDs inside of it. Every rectangle is nothing else but a pixel. Okay, every rectangle is nothing else but a pixel itself, and each of these pixel contains a red, green and a blue LED, guys. Now please try to understand this, guys, that this is called as the color theory, that any color in this entire world, okay, any color in this entire world can be created by mixing these three colors. Okay, by mixing these three, red, green and blue color, RGB. Okay, by mixing these, you can create any color in the entire world. So that is the concept of a pixel. It has these 3 LEDs, and that is what it uses to show you so many different colors on your screen itself, guys. Okay, now the size of a pixel is fixed. That is 1 by 96th of an inch, guys. The size of a pixel is fixed. That is 1 by 96th of an inch itself, guys. Okay, so that is the size of a pixel. So now if I say that this particular image is 100 pixels wide, okay, if I say this, that this particular image is 100 pixels wide, then that would be the size of that image itself. That would be the width of that image, 100 pixels. No matter if I'm watching it on a mobile phone, no matter if I'm watching it on a television, no matter if I'm watching it on my desktop, everywhere the width of the image will be fixed. That is 100 pixels only. Let us go back to our coding and let us change some shit inside of it. Okay, so we'll go back to our coding itself. This is our index.html. We will remove our body, like the h1 tags from our body itself. We don't require it anymore. And instead of that, we are going to create a div tag right over here, guys. Okay, we have studied about the div tag, right, guys? Do you remember the div tags, or did you guys forget about it? Please let me know, guys. Okay, good. So I'm going to name this as ID of out, or class of out. Let us take up a class of out. Yesterday I told you guys never to use IDs, so I will also continue with that class of out, and I'm going to save it. Okay, I'm going to go inside of my CSS itself. How to select a class called as out, guys? Could you guys let me know how to select a class called as out? Out. How can I select a class called as out, guys? Please let me know. How can I select a class called as out? Dot out. Amazing, guys. Amazing. You guys are so smart, huh? You guys remember everything. That's great. So dot out right over here, guys. And inside of that, we are going to put up a background. First of all, height and a width. So HEIGST height. Let us put up as 100 pixels. Okay, we'll put up a width, WIDTH width as 100 pixels. Okay, we'll put up a background color. Okay, background color as red. Okay, we'll save it. We'll go back. So what I've done right over here is that I have given this div tag, this container, a height of 100 pixels, because the container is empty right now. There's nothing inside of the container itself, right? So I've given it a fixed height and a width itself, guys. I've given it a height of 100 pixels, a width of 100 pixels, and the background color. The background color of the div tag, I put it up as red so that we are able to see this div tag on our screens. I'll go back to my website and reload our page, guys. As you're able to see, you are able to see a 100 pixels by 100 pixels square on a div tag on our screen, guys. And if I make my website big or small, the size of the div tag is not changing. Are you guys able to see this? Even if I'm looking at my mobile phone or in my tablet or in my desktop, the size of the div tag is not changing at all. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. It is fixed. It is absolute. Okay, so what we are going to do right now is that we are going to learn about relative things as well. So let us first learn about percentages, right, guys? Let's first learn about percentages. So looking at this particular HTML query itself, what is the parent tag, parent element of our div tag, guys? Can somebody let me know? What's the parent element of our div tag? Can somebody let me know, guys? That is my first question. What is my parent element of the div tag called as the class out, guys? That would be the body tag, right? We have already studied about parent, children, siblings. We haven't forgotten about it, right? That's going to be coming to handy to us right now. Okay, so percentage basically says that if I'm writing 50%, that width of this div tag is 50%. That means width of this tag is 50% relative to the width of the parent element. let us try to draw it out and understand it. If I'm writing that for this div tag, okay, width is 50%, that basically means 50% of the width of parent element, whatever the parent element might be. Whatever the parent element might be, the width of the current tag will be 50% to the width of the parent element. Here in this particular example, the parent element of our div tag is body tag, but it is not going to be always that case. So I want you guys to remember this particular line, guys. I want you guys to remember this particular line. Anytime that you see percentage on your screen, anytime that you see percentage on your screen, you should be answering the line with 50% of the width of the parent element. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Let us go back on our website and let's make some changes right over here. I'm going to change it to 50% right now, guys. I'm making this change. I'm going to put up the width as 50% right over here, guys. As you're able to see, I'm keeping the height as the same. I'm not changing the height, guys. I'm keeping the height as the same. Height is still 100 pixels, but the width is now 50%, guys. That is 50% with respect to the parent element. In this particular scenario, the parent element is the body tag. So if I make this I will reload this website, guys. So as you're able to see, now the width is 50%, guys. The width is 50%. So if I'm making it smaller, as you're able to see, the width of my div tag also decreases. It is still occupying just 50% of the width of the screen, guys. On my mobile phone, on my tablet, on my desktop, everywhere. Are you guys able to see this? The width of my div tag is now relative to the width of my website. So whether I'm using it on a phone or on a TV or on an iPad, it will use 50% of the real estate of my screen itself, guys. Okay, let us do one more thing. Let us do one more thing. Let us put up another div tag inside of it. Okay, div tag inside of a div tag. Okay, let us do some inception level shit itself. Let us create another div tag right over here, guys. Okay, and we'll call this with a class of in. Okay, we'll call this with a class of. Hey, are you doing musty with me? So right over here, I'm having another div tag called as in, guys. As you're able to see, what is the parent element of the div tag with class in, guys? Could you guys let me know? What is the parent element? What is the parent element of the div tag with class in, guys? Could you guys let me know? That would be the div tags with the class of out, right? The parent element for the div tag having the class of in will be the div tag that will be having the class of out. Okay, so if I go into my code, I will go into my CSS itself, my very good CSS. I'll go into in. Okay, I will select in. I will put up the height and I will just copy the code. I don't like to write code again and again. I'll just copy the code right over here. We'll change this to 70 pixels. I will keep the width as 50%. I'll change it to blue. Okay. So right over here, guys, if you see to it, right now, the width, okay, the width is 50%. Okay, my charge is low, guys. Let me bring my charge, otherwise it will get over. Give me a second. I think so I plugged in my PC. Did I plug in my PC or not? Yeah. It start charging? Yeah, charging. Okay. Uh, okay, so like I said, guys, okay, the width of the in tag, okay, the width of the in tag is 50%. So what is the parent element for the div tag with in class? It is out, right? So it will be 50% of the out class, guys. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know. So our out class, this is our body tag, guys. This is our body tag right over here, guys. Let me make a square. Okay, so this is our body tag. Let's assume body tag. Okay, inside of it we are having our div tag that is having a class of out. Okay, so this is the div tag having the class of out. Already it is having a width of 50%, guys. So 50% of the body, that is its width. 50% of the body, that is its width, guys. This is the div tag, this out div tag, guys. Then we are having an in div tag. We are having an in div tag that is something like this. This is our in div tag, guys, that is having a width of 50% of the out div tag. This is our in div tag, guys, that is having a 50% width of the out div tag, because 50% with respect to the parent element itself. Now if I go back to my website and reload my page itself, guys, you guys are able to see I'm having an in div tag that is having 50% the width of my out div tag. And if I make it smaller or larger as well, this size will also be changing according to it. So on the mobile phone as well, or on a tablet, or on a desktop, okay, everything, the size of the two div tags will continuously change according to the same itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Good. So the concept is very simple, right? It is not complicated. So percentage always related to the parent itself. If you ever see percentage parent, okay, it's the fault of the parent itself. Are you guys able to understand it? Good. The next particular part is your VW, okay, or viewport width, guys. VW or viewport width. If you have understood percentages, okay, if you have understood percentages, understanding viewport width will be very simple for you. Okay, so percentage is equivalent. So VW or viewport, let me just write it down first of all. Okay. VW or view, 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 PORT, viewport, WIDTH, width. Okay, so viewport width, guys, percentage is relative to the parent, right? Percentage is relative to the parent. Viewport width is relative to always the body tag. Viewport width is always relative to the body tag, guys. It is as simple as that. As simple as that, guys. Percentage is relative to the parent. So viewport width is always relative to the body tag. Simple. Done. Khatam. Nothing else into it. Are you guys able to understand it? If you're writing 50 VW instead of 50%, 50 VW, 50% is with respect to the parent element. 50 VW, no matter where you write it, if you even write it in the in div tag as well, it is always relative to the body tag. And I think it's always relative to the body tag itself. That is how simple. If you have understood percentages, it is very easy to understand viewport width. So let's go back. Let's try it out as well. Let's not be frail about it. Okay, let us create another div tag, guys. Okay, another div tag inside of this div, because this is 2 times inside, we'll call it as in class in, guys. That is the class name that I'm going to keep for it. I know that is not a very good class name, but I hope that you like it. Okay, so we are having a class div class out, a div class in, the div class in. Okay, And let us create that right over here, guys. Let us create that. So dot in, and we'll have the height. Let's keep the height as 30 pixels. Let us keep the width as 75 VW, guys. Okay, 75 VW. And let us take up the background color as green. Okay, so we are having this in, guys. We are having this in, which is having a height of 30 pixels, a width of 75 VW. That means with respect to the body tag, 75% of the body tag itself. And background color, we are keeping it as green. Let us go back to our website and reload our page. As we're able to see, it is with respect to the body tag always. If you make it smaller as well, it is always with respect to the body tag. Okay, it is always with respect to the body tag itself. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know. Shubham Goswami, you need to specify the body color as background color as well. Without that, how will you be able to see the div tag? It will be just blank. Okay, good. So the next thing that we need to understand is VH. As the name suggests, it is related to the height of the viewport. Right now, VW is basically 75% with respect to the width of the body tag. VH is with respect to the height of the body tag itself. If you want to make the difference, instead of using width, you want to make it relative to the height itself, you will be using VH instead of VW. It is as simple as that. And the last one is your EM, guys. Okay, EM is used, emphasis. Okay, that is the name of it. EM or emphasis is used for text. Okay, it is used for just text itself and nothing else. EM or emphasis, guys, it is used just for text and nothing else. Are you guys able to understand it? So we cannot use it for div tag, so let us convert it into a paragraph tag itself. Inside of the paragraph tag, let us because it's the only paragraph tag, we don't care about it. We'll write this is for jobs in MNCs. You need DSA and C. I've written a very small line of text, guys. Let us go back to our website and reload our page. So we are having a simple line, a single paragraph tag right over here, guys. This is how it looks like on a normal website. This is a paragraph tag on a normal website itself, guys. Okay, at 100% zoom in, that is a normal website itself. This is how your paragraph tag looks like. What we are going to do right now is that we are going to use EM right over here, or emphasis. Okay, so let us go back. Let us go into our CSS code. Let us remove everything from right over here. Let us select the paragraph tag because it's a tag. We can directly tag P right over here, guys. And Shubham Goswami, you are making some error. Most probably because you're coding along with me. That is the reason why you're not listening to me, and that is the reason why you're getting errors as well. Please don't code along with me. Listen to me very carefully. You will be able to understand what kind of mistake you are doing. Okay, so right over here, guys, as you are able to see, we have selected the paragraph tag, and we're going to select the font size, guys, font size, and we are going to write 1 EM. Okay, 1 EM basically means the original size itself. Whatever was the original size of the paragraph tag, it will remain the same. Whatever was the original size of the paragraph tag, it will remain the same, guys. That is 1 EM. Okay, it will remain the same. You are able to see it makes no change into the size of our paragraph tag, guys. If I'm writing 2 EM, guys, if I'm writing 2 EM, okay, if I'm writing 2 EM, that means 2 times the original font size. Whatever was the original font size, the new size will be 2 times the that of the original size itself. If I'm reloading the page, as you're able to see, it is 2 times the original font size. Okay, if I do it as 4 EM, if I do it as 4 EM, guys, that means 4 times the original font size, guys. 4 times the original font size. Okay, if I save this, if I go back to my website and reload my page, it will be 4 times the original font size, guys. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand it? Please. So EM is basically how many times the original font size do you want your current font size to be. Okay, how many times the original font size do you want the current font size to be? So this is called as your, it is relative to the original size of the font. It is relative to the original size of the font itself, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. It is relative to the original size of the font itself, guys. Are you guys able to understand it? Please do let me know, guys. Okay, so the next thing, and yes, guys, you can. It's not necessary to keep it in like 2 EM or 4 EM. You can put up as 2.25 EM as well. You can give it the decimal number as well. It is not necessary to keep it a whole number. You can put it as 0.25. Okay, 2.25, 2.12345 as well. You put up any decimal value right over there, and it will give you the answer that many number of times of the original font size itself. So you can change it according to yourself. Okay, so next topic that we need to understand is a very simple topic, that is how to create your own house. Okay, that is the name of the topic, guys. Okay, so anytime in this life, maybe if we are getting a good job, we are getting good paid, good. Okay, whatever you are doing right now. Okay, depending upon how much you are studying. If you're not studying at all, you're coming to the class late, you are asking about attendance again and again. That means you were not present in the yesterday's class as well, because you don't know when the attendance is going to be taken at any particular point of time. So if you're doing like this, of course you're going to get a very shitty ass job, or even you will remain unemployed. So there's nothing else that we can do about it. But for those guys who are studying properly, who so this guy Mohammed is asking, so I'm eligible for the certificates or not? So already I've told everybody what is the rule with the certificate, so he doesn't even know that. So again, like if you are focusing upon the class, if you are learning every day, you are making up your own timetable, you're studying everything properly, you will end up getting a very good package, a very good placement itself. You'll have a lot of money, and then you decide that okay, I need a house of my own. Okay, so what would you do? First, you will buy a plot. Okay, you'll buy a plot of land, guys. So this is your plot of land. You're able to see this is the land that you have purchased itself. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this? So this is a plot of land that you have purchased right over here. Now, would you make your entire house on this plot, or would you make your house on a very small area of the plot itself, and the rest you will use it as a garden, or a place to walk, or a place to sit, okay, a place to enjoy itself? What would you do? Would you make the entire house on the, like from edge to edge, will you create your house, or will you keep some space around the house to uh, like make a pond, okay, make a small garden itself or something like that? What would you do, guys? What would you do? You'll not make it on the complete area itself. You create it on a smaller area. So let us do that. Let us create our land itself, guys. So this will be our house. Okay, in the middle. In the middle, this will be our house, guys. Okay, this is our house right over here. Okay, and around it, you are having some garden where you want to move as well. Now, would you keep your house, your garden, and everything entirely open? Okay, would you keep your garden and everything entirely open, or would you have a border around it? You would like a border around it, right, guys? Please let me know. You will like a border around your house or not, guys? Please let me know. You want to have a border around your house, a wall around your house, and nobody jumps over it, and like nobody just directly comes into your house and steals all this stuff and leaves, right? So a border is important. Let us create a border as well. Let us create a border around your house. Okay, so this will be our border right over here, guys. Now you cannot create the border on your neighbor's land, right? You have to create the border on your own land. First of all, let me know. You cannot create. So this cannot. So if this is the land, the green area is the land that you have purchased right over there, then you cannot have the border like outside the land itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. If you have you have just purchased the green land, you cannot have the border outside your land. Your neighbor is not going to give you his own space, his own land to make your border. It is not going to be the case. Okay, so this is just not possible. You have to create your border inside of your own land itself. So right over here, you will be creating your border like this. So this is your border right over here, guys. Let us paint it up as well. So this is your border on your own land, not on your neighbor's land itself. Okay, now how would you feel if like your neighbors and everybody are surrounding you uh create their houses like this? Let me give you an example. So this is your house. X. So this is your house, guys. This is your house right over here, right? What if your neighbors start creating their houses like this? So this is your neighbor's house. Okay, this is the another neighbor's house right over here. This is another neighbor's house right over here, guys. Okay. This is another neighbor's house right over here. This is another neighbor's house right over here itself, guys. Okay. Let's make another house right over here. This will be another neighbor's house right over here, guys. This will be another neighbor's house right over here on the top. This will be another neighbor's house right over here, guys. Okay, how would you feel about it if everybody starts creating their houses like that? How would you get into your house? Except the fact that you have a helicopter that is going to just take you and drop you off into your house. That is a totally different ideology itself. But yeah, you cannot enter into the house itself, right? You want some space outside the house. You want roads outside the house as well, right, guys? Please let me know. You want roads outside the house, right? And that road, you are not going to give your land to create roads, right? You're not going to give your lands to create road. Government will give the land to create the roads, right, guys? Please let me know. Or else you are going to give your land to create the roads and let the government know. The government will let you buy a lot of properties around the entire world just to give it out to the government for free. Okay, that is not going to be the case, right? So you will not be giving your own land to create the road. Neither your neighbor is going to give their land to create the roads itself, right? That will be created by the government. So maybe this is the road right over here, guys. These are the roads that are there, the ones in the black. That is how you will be creating the entire house, right? And the roads that you are able to see will be belonging to the government itself, not to you, not to your neighbors, just to the government itself. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know. The same thing, the same thing happens with a website as well, guys. Same thing happens with a website as well. Okay, this house that you are having right over here, guys, this house that you're having is your tag. Okay, is your, for example, this is the h1 tag. So let us assume there is some text inside of it. Okay, so let me create the tag in white color. So let's assume there is some kind of text inside of it. Let me take up the size a little bit bigger. I'm just writing dev if it fits. E B. Your text itself in your like in your h1 tag itself, the text is what the house is. The text is what the house is, guys. The entire the border and the land, the green land, that is owned by you, right? If that was your house, then the border and the green portion, that is the yellow portion and the green portion itself, is what is owned by you at the end of the day, right, guys? Please let me know. In a similar way, by this h1 tag as well on the entire website, this border, okay, this orange portion is called as the border, guys. This orange portion is called as border, border, and this green area is called as padding, padding, padding itself, guys. Okay, so for every single tag that is on your website, okay, it has something called as a padding, it has something called as a border itself. The border and the padding are something that is owned by the tag, and this rest of the black stuff is called as margin. The rest of the black stuff is called as margin, guys. The margin is not owned by the tag. It is of the website itself. It is of the government itself, guys. It is not owned by the tag. It is by the tag. It is owned by the government, by the website itself. And this setup is called as the box model, guys. This setup is called as the box model. Okay. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know, guys. Like I've already said, padding belongs to the tag, margin belongs to the website itself. padding gets space within the tag itself. So for example, within the tag, uh, within the tag itself you want space, then that is the padding, what the padding does. But between two tags, between two different tags, if you want some space, that is called as margin. That is owned by the website itself. So padding and margin, padding and border belongs to the tag. Always think about it as a house. Always think about it as a house. What is padding within a house? Just to get more space within the house itself. What is margin for a house? Between two houses, if you want space, that is margin. Okay, think about it in terms of a house itself. You will always get your concepts very clear. Okay, and this entire topic is called as the box model, guys. Okay, this entire topic is called as the box model. I've already told you guys about the attendance. Out of the 7 days, if you miss 1 day of attendance, it is fine. We'll still give you the certificates. We understand it. But if more than 1 day you have missed out on your attendance, then you are not going to get any certificates. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know. I'm saying this for the very last time. Anytime else that any student is asking, sir, I missed my attendance, will I get my certificate or not? I'm not going to answer or entertain that. Okay. And attendance, please, sir, Arunesh, I'm not going to give it. Okay, attendance has already been taken today. Okay, attendance had already been taken today. Okay, good. So always remember this example, guys. I've given you this example to make sure that you guys remember this, because when we are going to start off with the project, this example is what I'm going to use right over there, guys. This is the only example that I'm going to use right over there. So always use this, guys. Always use this. Okay. The next particular thing, guys. So we have completed with the basics that are there in CSS. Tomorrow we'll be organizing a career counseling session, guys. I was able to see a lot of students having a lot of different questions related to their own careers, what to study, what not to study, how to get internship, how to get job, and all these type of questions. So tomorrow I will be taking a career counseling session at the same time. Do not worry about it. Just make sure that you guys are there in the class, and I will be helping you guys out throughout the entire class itself, answering as many questions as possible. Tomorrow's class will be a little bit longer, so be prepared for it. It will be around 2 hours. Okay, tomorrow's class. So be prepared for it. Do not come to me tomorrow and say to me that, sir, we didn't knew about it. So the tomorrow's class will be around 92 minutes to 120 minutes itself. Okay, be in the class on time, guys. Class will start exactly at 7:30 itself. 1 pixel is 1 by 96th of an inch. Can you please elaborate the point? The size of a pixel, the width of a pixel, not 1 pixel. The width of 1 pixel is 1 by 96th of an inch. Inch is a measurement of unit. I think so it is approximately equivalent to 2.26 or 2.16 centimeters. Please do check that. I don't remember it thoroughly. Okay. So, but it is 1 by 96th of an inch. That is the width of a pixel, guys. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. We'll meet tomorrow. Again, many of you guys must have missed out on their attendance. So be on time in the class to not to miss your attendance. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. We'll meet tomorrow exactly at 7:30 and we'll be continuing from right over there. Tomorrow's class will be of 92 minutes to 120 minutes itself. How to shorten any URL? Will you show it once, please? How to shorten any URL? So Pathak, there are various different web applications available for that. You can just do a simple Google search, shorten a URL, and you will get a big URL or something named website that you can use to shorten it. It is as simple as that. Okay, so we'll meet tomorrow, guys. Whatever question that you guys are having related to your own careers or something, we'll be answering that in tomorrow's class. I'll be continuing from right over there, guys. Thank you so much, guys, and we'll meet in next class itself. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye, guys. Bye.